Okay, so today we are going to cover screening systems. So establish qualifications and create screening systems for screening diverse businesses. So minimum supplier qualifications and requirements. This is for all suppliers. So diverse suppliers need to meet organizational needs while simultaneously ensuring that they perform well in areas such as quality, capability, technology, and service. They have to be able to compete with your regular supply base. Suppliers' capacity, a supplier's ability to fulfill customer requirements at a high level while simultaneously working with other customers. That's a definition of capacity. Looks beyond a supplier's experience and expertise and measures its ability to take on additional clients. Supplier's capability is the supplier's experience and expertise with the manufacturing process or service. Has the supplier performed successfully for an extended period for other organizations? So here's some supplier evaluation and analysis ideas. Measures for evaluating all suppliers. We start with measures for evaluating diverse suppliers or diversity programs. Number of certified diverse suppliers, amount spent with each diverse supplier, demographics by geographic location of the business, quality, cost, performance, and service levels, size of business, local, regional, national, international reach, percentage of business spend. All of these can be KPIs for your dashboards. Processes, effective cost. Now, these would be for all businesses, all suppliers. Effective cost management programs, accounting, budgeting capabilities, ability to identify and segregate costs, reliable quality control programs, method of allocating overhead. How do they do it? Operational excellence, past performance, past major customers, letters of reference. We don't want to see EPA or state violations, environmental performance, and performance measurement, effective capture of key metrics. How do they do it? ISO 9000 and ISO 14000, process cycle times. Growth is another area, up-to-date equipment and facilities, ability to expand in the future, ramp up capabilities, general housekeeping, status of back orders, adequate competition. Procurement, adequate source of materials, management of second and third tier suppliers, supplier evaluation systems, and some workforce measures, regular performance reviews, working conditions, management capabilities, maybe a Porter's Four Corners, project management skills, labor relations, training requirements, stable and harmonious team, leadership, regular performance reviews, view of organization as a customer, long-range strategic vision, historical, current, and likely future status. What's their technology, production control, scheduling systems, what MRP system are they using, up to date, long-term relationship potential, information systems, cybersecurity these days, financial current liabilities versus assets, also known as the quick ratio, profit record, net worth, anticipated sales, availability of additional working capital, potential for facility expansion, ability to raise needed capital in comparison to industry averages. So here's ISM overall qualification categories with some questions to ask. Here's the factors on the left. And here's some questions to ask to get at the information from the supply base. And then all the overall qualification categories. These are some questions for evaluating suppliers from my buddies at ISM. What do we got here? This is on, first one's on diversity program. Some of the KPIs could use processes, operational excellence, performance measurement, growth, procurement, workforce measures, leadership, technology, and financial. We just went over these to some degree. Here's more detail on them. Data evaluation and analysis. So individual measures when evaluating diverse suppliers uses measures that are aligned with your organization's strategy and competitive position. So measures for evaluating a supplier's diversity program. There's some evaluation measures you can use. Now we covered these, but this is just some more detail on them. I guess that's it. Other factors to be considered: inventory pipeline, what's their cost to carry, project lifetime cost, total cost of ownership, switching costs, non-conformance costs. Supplier evaluation. Diverse supplier evaluation is usually conducted by a cross-functional team. So it could include these functional areas. Evaluation process will usually include the following steps: determine and evaluate knockout metrics, identify key supplier evaluation categories, wage category, identify weight and weight sub-items with each category, define scoring metrics, evaluate suppliers, review evaluation results, and make selection decisions. Continuously review suppliers' performance and provide specific information and goals. So this is suppliers, all suppliers, including diverse suppliers as a subset. Here's something called the Pew matrix, which you put your criteria across the top, suppliers along here, and then you either plus minus or zero or just plus or minus. These are good for a knockout. And if you want to know more about Pew, you can go here. And it will tell you all about the Pew matrix. Which suppliers will not make the cut? So I'm going to talk to the ones above the red line. Identify weight subject. So this is something PECAR uses. Determine the weighting for each function that's here. And determine the weighting for each question within the function. So engineering is 21%. And 23% of that's going to be this question, which when you look at the overall, that question is 5%. Got to define the metrics. How are you going to score it? Have this done before you see any RFPs so you don't bias yourself. All right. Supply management professional for Lewis and Clark Sporting Goods is developing measures for screening diverse suppliers. Which criteria should Lewis and Clark choose as a best practice to measure leadership? View of the organization as a customer, long-range strategic vision, and historical, current, and likely future status. Well, could be. Effective cost management programs, accounting, budgeting capabilities, no. Past performance, past major customers, leaders, letters of reference, no. Production control systems, DRP systems, no. Got to be A. A it is. All right, the supply management professionals performs the overall qualification process with the supplier. To qualify diverse suppliers, the buying organization reviews several major categories. Match the qualifying category of labor management relationship with the correct implication for the buying organization. Labor management relationship. Determines how responsive the supplier may be in terms of planning and inventory management. I don't think so. Shows how well in terms of time and accuracy a supplier delivers goods and services. Nope. Has impact on worker turnover and job satisfaction, as well as social responsibility for the organization. Yeah, it could be. Critical for maintaining a close working relationship as operational and market changes occur. Not really. So it's got to be A or C. I think C is the best answer. Let's see what these guys think. C it is. All right, let's go out there and see what we got for questions. Oh no, we got to do our summary first. It's essential to establish internal criteria and systems for qualifying and screening diverse suppliers. An organization increases their reliance on outside suppliers. Properly selecting quality suppliers becomes paramount. And suppliers' ability to fulfill customer requirements while simultaneously working with other customers is an indicator of their capacity. Capability, on the other hand, looks at the supplier's experience and expertise to determine if the supplier is qualified. And when evaluating diverse suppliers, use measures that are aligned with your organization's strategy and competitive position. Objective supplier metrics are critical for changing both sourcing and supplier behavior. And to ensure sustainable profit margins, do not let diverse suppliers cut corners for the sake of time. Without empirical data to review, a customer reference can provide information on critical supplier KPIs. The ability to service clients is dependent on a strong supply chain. This is often overlooked by small suppliers. Offer sourcing mentoring if appropriate. Diverse suppliers often lack rigor in their human resources processes. Provide mentoring when appropriate. The vision of the leader in a small business is vital. Ensure that the owner can share a long-range company vision with you and his or her executive team. If you get the chance to sit down with the team, do a Porter's Four Corners report. Financial health is key in long-term sustainable relationships. Working capital will become a critical element during tough economic times. Ensure the company's debt service loads are not too high and they have easy access to capital. All right, now we want to go look at some questions. And how many have we got here? Oh, we got a bunch. Got a dozen. Yeah. All right, go ahead and start on them. We'll go over answers in a few minutes. Answers here. Yeah, F1. Okay, let's go over some answers. Number 1 is Charlie. Number 2 is Delta. 3 is Charlie. And 4 is alpha. 5 is Bravo. 6 is Alpha. 7 is Delta. And 8 is Bravo. Nine is Delta. 10 is Alpha. 11 is Bravo. And 12 is Alpha. All right, so tomorrow we'll start in with section F2.